Hi everyone! So today we are going to explain how specific points the author makes in a text are supported by relevant reasons. Okay, so let's get started with this question. What reasons does the author give that supports why elephants take a certain type of bath? Okay, so that kind of seems like a lot, so I'm going to break it down and try to figure out how I'm going to answer this question. So what we want to do is try to find the point, or in other words, something that we are trying to prove, kind of like the main idea. In order to prove something, we also need to find specific reasons or details that explain that point. So for the question, we have to find out what types of baths do elephants take. That's kind of what we're trying to prove and why they take those baths. So we're going to have to find what kind of baths do they take, and then we're going to have to try to find the reasons or the little details that explain why they take these type of baths, just kind of for reinforcement. Okay, so I don't know that much about elephants. Let me go back to my question. What reasons does the author give that supports why elephants take a certain type of bath? Yeah, I don't know that much about elephants to answer that off the top of my head, so I'm going to have to go back into my text. In order to find this in my text, I'm going to have to kind of look for the same type of words that I see in this question in the text. So let me think. I think I found this on page 6 in my book. They were talking about baths. Oh, here it is. Okay, elephants take mud baths and cover themselves with wet mud to protect their skin from the sun and biting bugs. Okay, so I found what type of baths they take. They take mud baths. Okay, so there's our point that we're trying to prove. They take mud baths. Now, let's try to figure out why they take mud baths. So elephants take mud baths and cover themselves with wet mud to protect their skin from the sun and biting bugs. Oh, okay, so that's why they take mud baths. It's because they're trying to protect their skin from the sun and biting bugs. Okay. So that was our point, and these are our reasons why they take mud baths. It protects their skin from the sun, and it protects them from bug bites. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to, there are three steps I'm going to have to take while trying to keep in mind while I'm looking through the text for answers. So number 1, search for the part of the text where the author makes a point. So that's when I had to try to figure out what kind of similar words the question was using to find in the text. So remember the point and the question in your head while rereading. So I remembered the point was, what kind of baths do elephants take? So that was their mud baths. And as I was rereading, I kept the question in my head because I was trying to find reasons on how to prove, or like, why did they take mud baths? And then 3, what are some reasons to support this point? So while rereading and after reading, I had to figure out what were my reasons for why they took mud baths. Okay, so let's try this again, and here's my other question. What reasons does the author give to support that there are 2 kinds of elephants? Okay, so remember, we're going to have to go back. We're going to have to find our point and find reasons to support that point, or reasons to prove that point. Okay, so I'm going to look back at the question. What reasons does the author give to support that there are 2 kinds of elephants? So I'm going to have to try to find 2 kinds of elephants. So that's the kind of thing. I think I remember reading that on page 2. Oh, and here it is. So there are 2 kinds of elephants, African and Asian. Asian elephants have more hair. African elephants are bigger, and they have bigger ears and tusks. Okay, so there it is. I found my main point, which was Asian and African elephants. Okay, and there it is. Oops. African and Asian. Okay. There's that. Now, okay, so I'm going to reread. That's my point now. I'm going to have to keep in mind. There are 2 types of main kinds of elephants, African and Asian. Asian elephants have more hair. African elephants are bigger, and they have bigger ears and tusks. Oh, okay, so The reason why there are two kinds is Asian elephants have more hair, and African elephants are bigger and they have bigger ears and tusks. So that's how we can prove that there are two kinds of elephants. So Asian elephants have more hair, and African elephants are bigger and have bigger ears and tusks. So today, I hope you learned how to explain how specific points the author makes in a text are supported by relevant reason. Thanks. Bye.